Hi everyone. Today for ELT you are going to be graphing lines in standard form. So in order to sketch the graph of any line, I need to make sure my equation is in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. In number 1, my equation is 4x plus y equals 0. I know that this is not in slope-intercept form because the y is not by itself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to isolate my y by subtracting 4x from both sides of my equation. I'm left with y over here equals negative 4x plus 0. Or we could just do it as negative 4x. So now I'm ready to graph. I have my slope. I have my y-intercept. My slope is negative 4. My y-intercept is 0. Your y-intercept, which is the letter B, tells you where to begin. I like to think B for begin. I'm going to begin on the y-axis at 0. My slope tells me how to move. So remember, slope is equal to rise over run. So if it's negative 4, that means I'm going to go up or down negative 4 and then over 1. And in my mind, I'm just thinking, okay, well, it's a negative slope, so my line's going to look like this. So from 0, I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. And again, I went to the left because I know it's a negative slope. And then from this point, I can go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. Once I have at least 3 points, I can go ahead and connect them to give me my equation. So bada bing, bada boom, this is the graph of this line. Okay, now guys, for number 2, we have this equation. And I know it's not in slope-intercept form. So I'm going to go ahead and rearrange things to get the y completely by itself. I'm going to subtract 10x from both sides. I'm left with negative 3y equals negative 10x minus 15. Then the y is still not by itself. It's being multiplied by a negative 3. So I'm going to go ahead and divide by negative 3. I'm left with y equals a negative 10 divided by negative 3 is a positive 10 thirds. X, a negative 15 divided by negative 3 is positive 5. So now I have my slope-intercept form. I know my slope is 10 thirds. My y-intercept is positive 5. I'm going to begin at 5. Then I look at my slope. I'm going to need to go up or down 10 and then over 3. I'm going to go down 10 because if I go up 10, I'm off the graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I need to go over 3. I'm going to go to the left because my line needs to look positive. 1, 2, 3. So these are my 2 points. Ideally, I want to do 3, but I can't because I would be off the graph. So now I'm going to connect them as best I can. Okay, so make sure your line is straighter than mine. My bad. And then there I go. What I would like you to do now is try number 3 by yourself using these examples. And then check the key or ask your teacher if you did it correctly. Number 4 is a little bit different because I have x equals 5. I don't have a y. I'm not given a slope. I'm not given a b. So whenever we have something like this, we have to remember the acronym HOI VUX. This helps us remember that if I have a horizontal line, it's a 0 slope and it is y equaling some number. However, if it's a vertical line, the slope is undefined, and that is x equaling a number is what that equation looks like. So look, I have x equaling a number right here. X equals 5. That tells me my slope is going to be undefined and a vertical line. So I'm going to start where x is 5, and I'm just going to make a vertical line. Because if x equals something, that is an undefined slope. Okay. You can try 5 and 6 by yourself. And then you can move on to the back. I'm going to go over number 7 and number 9 with you. So for number 7, I don't have slope-intercept form, so I'm going to subtract x from both sides, and I'm left with y equals negative x plus 0, which we could also just write as y equals negative x. So now I know my slope-intercept, or my y-intercept is 0, and my slope is negative 1. So I'm ready to graph my line. I'm going to start at 0, and my slope is negative 1, so I'm going to go up 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, and I could keep doing that as much as I wanted, but my line is going to look like this. Now number 9 is similar to number 4, but instead of having x equaling something, we have y equaling something. So I'm still going to use this acronym, but I'm going to look here. So with y equals something, that means it's a horizontal line and it's a 0 slope. So I'm going to plot a point where y equals 5, and then I'm just going to make a horizontal line. So guys, the rest of these problems are the same idea. So please, please, please try your best. The good news is we started with the hardest thing first. So once you do this, when you move on to this one, it's already in slope-intercept form for you. Yay! So for this one, y equals 1/4 x minus 1, well, I just need to know that the slope is positive 1/4. My y-intercept is negative 1. I start at negative 1, and my rise is 1. My run is 4. So I go up 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Connect the points, and I'm good to go. It's the same thing on the back. So please, please, please try your best. Let your teacher know if you have any questions. Thank you.